Hi, I'm Wendy Petras with From the Heart Needle Art, and welcome to my FlossTube channel. This is a channel where we talk about cross stitch, so if you're interested, stick around. I'd like to thank all the subscribers and commenters from last week's video. Thanks so much for the good welcome. And if you're just finding us now, welcome. It's good to have you here. It's a beautiful day here in Idaho, not a whole lot of wind, which is good. My husband's up mountain biking, and I'm just here enjoying the cool in the house and gathering up all my things to share with you. So I'll just jump right into what I have. This is from the Grand Old Flag, a cute little house piece. It is stitched on, let me find that for you, 28 count country mocha cashel. And also on this chart there is a little punch needle flag and a bigger Your Grand Old Flag piece. So all three of those come on the chart, and they are stitched with sampler threads. And yes, I did cut up the pillow and make this. So I like how it turned out, but I don't think I'll redo the chart again. This is its second version already, but it's fun to see the different ways you can finish the same piece of needlework, and it's fun to see what you do with my charts when I've seen you stitch them. The second one that I want to share with you is the Sunflower Garden, and this is stitched on Country French Cafe Mocha linen. And I don't have the model for this. It is back at a trunk show with Needleworkers Delight. They have a few of my models. And another fun series, this is the bird samplers, and they are all on Abecedarian linen from R&R Reproductions. And this is the Blackbird sampler. This is the Robin sampler. Fun little tulips on that one. And this is Chickadee. And the Cardinal. And then there's the Goldfinch. And the Bluebird. And these are all stitched with sampler threads. And what is fun about this, I have put together this little free chart, and this is available. I think there's a copy on my blog you can find the link to, and also when you order from my Etsy shop I'll stick it in. You can stack them up so they're all 6 are in a row, add the extra numbers and stitched by and add your name. You can stitch 3 or 4 of them together and just stitch the birds and add them here. So that's a fun one. And like the rest of you, I'm an avid stitcher too, so I want to show you some of the things that I'm working on when I'm not stitching models. First one is the Heritage Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. I was lucky enough 3.5 years ago to take this at a class, and this is just as far as I've got done. George just had his pants and part of his boat for most of that time, but it's been fun to pull it out. I think seeing everybody else get their copy and start working on these two has been good. And I have a new constellation too to work on when this is done. But then those were just with all the things that were in the kit that we got at that retreat. And another thing I'm working on, I'm using all the called for colors on this one. It is Seeking Refuge by the Scarlet House. I love the verse on this one. And it is on Burmese beige, and I am working on all the bricks on the house. And I did go ahead and put 2020 on it because this is how I want to remember this 2020 year. Hopefully it gets done in 2020. But that's a fun one to take a break. It's nice to stitch somebody else's things where you can just stitch. You don't have to worry about what you're stitching with, making notes or that kind of thing. So it's fun to just be the stitcher. This next one, The Winter is Past, which after long Idaho winters, it's nice to know that it is past. And we're enjoying a beautiful spring here. And this is, it's stitched on 36 count Winter's Brew from R&R, and I just pulled silks from my stash to stitch it with. So not too far left to go on this one. And when I stitch those last two pieces, I'll just put them in a little hardwood manner hoop and stitch it that way. I do, when I have projects in a hoop or a Q-snap, I loosen the tension of the fabric a little bit, and I do a sewing method just in the hoop or in the Q-snap. I find that works well for me. Some pieces need to be in a Q-snap. Some you just are just easier to stitch in your hand, and so either way, that's what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got for haul this week. Most of my haul is my new refrigerator that's coming tomorrow. So excited about that. So these are Gloriana silks that are going to be for one of the versions of my new Hannah Hetherington sampler. So these are so fun. I love getting new silks in the mail. So, and this is the Dinky Dyes silks that I am stitching the sampler with right now. Do you want to see it? Want to peek? That is part of what I'll show you today. I'm a little more than half done stitching this, so another week or so and it should be done. There are about 40 motifs, and I think I have about 10 left to stitch on it. So this has been a fun one. And this is, the fabric is Cocoa from Weeks Dye Works. And I have this week, I got the extra little pieces designed for it. I like to, with my reproduction samplers, pull pieces from it and do some extra little charts to go in with it. And one of those will be stitched in these Gloriana silks. And the other one I wanted to do cottons, but instead of just the same color scheme, I decided to kind of do a little prim version. So these are the cottons for that. Now let me show you how this fabric works with it. This is the new Fawn by Picture This Plus. So I think that's what these extra pieces are gonna be stitched on. So kind of fun. I'm so excited. I guess that's what's pushing me to get through the sampler, is so I can get to doing these other little pieces. Let me check my notes. Oh, that's about it. Oh, I did get a new antique sampler today. You can see it just sitting there on the desk over there. So excited to get working on that. It is on a 28 count linen, but they stitched it over 4 threads. So it will be a cute tiny little piece, or if you want to try the over 4 threads, you're welcome to it. I don't think I'll do over 4 threads, but I'm so excited to get to that one. And I was thinking I would do a giveaway this time for 1 copy of the Grand Old Flag. And if you're interested in that, just use flag in your comment, and the Sunflower Garden. So if you wanted to that one, put sunflower in your comment, and I'll draw those my next video. You can find me at Wendy Petrus or Stitching from the Heart on Instagram. There is on Facebook our From the Heart Needle Art Stitchers group, and I'll have links in the show notes about where you can find me there. And I think that's about it. Thanks for joining. It's fun to be able to talk stitching with somebody. I have been so glad to find other stitchers in Idaho by, having Instagram and doing FlossTube and finding there are people around. So thank you. It's good to have you here on a sunny afternoon, and we'll catch up with you next week.